Okay, I'm back in my gown. It is so cold. It is winter, and today was freezing when we woke up. There was frost on the lawn. Ugh. But today, my thoughts are going back to the beauty standards, my favorite topic. And I wrote an article on Medium. So if you want to go find me there, go check out my Medium page. Medium is a platform for writers. I don't get paid a cent. I just write for fun, for the love of it. It's under my name, Louise Corrins. That's where all my stuff is, except for this channel, which is just my word vomit channel. But I was just thinking, like, I often have this fantasy. Sorry, let me have a sip of water. I don't know if you ladies also have the same, but I have this fantasy often of just like, fuck the beauty standards, cut my hair short into something really practical. Say stuff it to all the diets and healthy eating, let my cholesterol and blood pressure and sugar do what it wants. I don't really actually feel that way. I want to be healthy, but you fantasize about these things. And for the last 2 days, I have really just overeaten and eaten what I wanted. But the thing is, I know how to lose the weight so fast that, or easily, let's say that, I don't really worry when I gain a little bit because I know I can just lose it again. But you think just wear androgynous clothes, baggy t-shirts, sweatpants, and be done. Why dress up and look like a little Barbie doll? Not that I look like a Barbie doll. I'm not that beautiful. But okay, I will say I love my long blonde hair. So let me just scratch my foot here. I do like my long blonde hair. I actually find it easier than almost any other hairstyle I've ever had. The blonde hides the gray. I don't need to. Oh, what's my credit? I don't need to do my roots that often. I just go. She does her thing. Yes, the blonde is sort of drying and damaging, but also my hair is oily, so it actually helps with the oil. When it's long, you don't have to do much. Just have it long, sort of taken care of. When I had shorter hair, I had to try and style it. But in theory, the theory is just shave it off and be done. That is just a fantasy. I'm not going to do it, but I have this fantasy of just ignoring my appearance and just being me, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. I am me. But, I think every woman from time to time has that fantasy of just not wearing makeup, not wearing high heels, burning her bra type of thing. I can't. I've got implants and I don't like the feeling of when they hanging outside of a bra, so I'll keep the bra. But yeah, so I don't know what you guys feel. Do you also feel this this longing to rebel against what society deems women should look like? Also, I've put one of my TikToks here on this channel just to see how that will do. So unfortunately, all my accounts are different. My TikTok is going in a different direction to my YouTube, which is going in a slightly different direction to my Instagram. And then I'm sure people come to my stuff and they think, what the fuck? She's talking about diet, then she's talking about fucking the beauty standards, then she's talking about hair, and then she's talking about perimenopause, and then she's talking about HRT, and like, what is going on with this chick? Like, what is she? I am many things. You are many things. You don't just have one interest. You have multiple interests. You as a woman, over 40, I'm assuming, or even 30, or even whatever age you are interested in clothing, hair care, your pets interest you, your garden interests you, food and cooking interests you, your weight at some point may or may not interest you, your relationships interest you. I even did a video about dating. Oh, yeah, I mean, dating over 40, my good God, that was interesting, my time on Tinder. And I often think, like, should I speak more about that? But again, then you worry, what will people think? People that know me. But I mean, who cares? Who cares? In 40 years' time, we'll all be gone. So who cares? Or probably most of us will be gone. And I said something on one of my TikToks. I was talking about advice I would give to my 20-year-old self. This is talking about we'll all be gone. And I said, when I was 20, I was so worried about my father's disapproval. He disapproved of almost everything I did. He was very staunch Catholic. He was very like by the book, a rules abider. I wasn't. And I did a few things. I got a tattoo. I got a belly ring. And I wasn't a wild child, but I know that I did it just to piss him off. And now, I mean, he's gone. He died in 2016. And honestly, his disapproval, who cares? Who cares? Thank goodness I didn't not do things because of his disapproval. But sometimes I gave his approval or disapproval too much weight in my mind. And I wish I hadn't. Ugh, it is what it is. In our 20s, that's natural. It's natural to worry what people think, especially when you're younger. You look to the world because you don't know who you are. You come in this unformed being, as this like lump of flesh, and you're like, what am I? Who am I? What am I doing here? I mean, if you just look at a newborn baby, you can see they're kind of like, what the fuck? Where am I? What's going on? They often look like they've got that look like, what is this place? And I don't blame them. And then we raise these children, and then we input and program them, and then they come out as these little young adults trying to be adults. And then I think, from what I'm gathering, I'm not in my 60s yet, but I think it's only as you get older that you start to shed all of that programming again, if you are open to shedding it. Because like now in my 40s, I'm starting to think like, I am programmed, and it was all the programming. And I sort of try to, I think in your 30s, you try and you do all the right things. You're adult, you're responsible now. You have to just, I don't know, you've got to adult. And now in my 40s, I'm like, okay, I am adulting, and I will finish this job of parenting and adulting. But I'm also starting to see that all the rules of life are arbitrary and made up. And I mean, social rules are there to protect people. I'm not talking about that, but these constructs in our minds that you must do this, you must do that, you must be a certain way. And as I get older, it's like, I really can probably just be true to me, and it will be okay. It will be okay. Like I can do things in my time frame, in my way. Small things. Okay, small example, meaningless, but this is kind of what I mean. Like you can have cake for breakfast, and you can not eat lunch, and you can have an apple for dinner. Who cares? So what? You could shave your head. Who cares? So what? You could tattoo yourself from head to toe. Who cares? So what? Okay, maybe you can't get an office job if you look like that, but if that's not something you were going to do anyway, who cares? So what? What else? These things that we put too many rules in place, or we say a parent must fulfill these roles, and yes, there are roles to fulfill, but within that, you can break some of those roles and probably be a better parent. Again, like, I don't know, like letting your kid do certain things that other people disapprove of, but is not that harmful. I can't even think what. Like, I don't know, staying up late with their mates when their friends are over, or I don't know. I don't know what it is I'm trying to say, but there are rules that can be bent without negative consequence. And then there are social rules that you need to follow, the ones that keep people safe, the ones that are there for all of us. But it's all about knowing what matters, really, really. And yeah, again, there's these like social dress codes, but you can break them. You really can, depending on your job, of course. There are social politenesses that we can do away with. What else? I don't know. Oh, like rules like husband and wife, they don't need to share a bed. They can sleep in separate bedrooms. If he snores or she snores or they're fighting over the blankets, just sleep in separate beds. That's okay. But again, people attach and hold on to these rigid ideas. this is something where me and my partner openly kind of have a disagreement about. Because I was joking with him. I said, if we get the means one day, if we have enough bedrooms, can we have separate bedrooms? But then he brought up a sweet point. He said, well, then why would we ever sit and read together in bed? And why would we ever spend, those sort of lazy mornings when you're together in bed? If you have separate bedrooms, you'll miss out on those times. So he's got a point there. But you can make up your own rules that suit you as a person, as a couple, as a family, as a whatever being on this planet. And again, you can be, as my article said, you could be androgynous. Do you have to be male or female? Not necessarily. Yeah. So I'm just thinking about rules, why we have them, why are most people the way that they are. And I do feel like when you are young, you are driven by hormones. You are driven by the biological clock. It's just natural. And you want to look pretty, you want to fit in, you want to be part of your friend group. Now that I'm older, it's not that I don't value my friends, I do, but I don't have this desire and this need to always be with friends. I don't need to always socialize. In fact, I'm very, 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 very happy to spend more and more and more and more time on my own. See, that's another social construct. Like, we all are told and we believe, people are herd animals. We are a group. We love the group. We belong to the group. We're social creatures. And we are. Yes, we do need others. But for me, at least, as I get older, it's far more of a, I am my own best friend. Like, really, really. I love my company. I want to hang out with me only. I don't want the pressure of being in a group setting. I don't want the pressure of thinking what next to say. And yeah, I think the older you get, the less you feel the need to be part of the herd, the crowd, the group. And that might make it more challenging to find friends, I wonder, as you get older, does it? Because now you are more into your own weird ways. Like, I am weird in my own way. And you get more set in your ways and sure about yourself. I'm not very neat and tidy. I believe in cleanliness, not neatness. Like, if I'm using something, I will leave it out until I'm really done with it. But I'm not somebody who just puts away for the sake of putting stuff away. That's me. It is. It's just, I don't even like to make the bed. Sorry, all you bed makers out there. If I know I'm going to get back into bed soon, I will not make the damn bed. And yet, my son makes his bed every morning without fail. And I never taught him that. Yeah, but yeah, these are the small, like, that is a rule I will bend. I don't want to make my bed every day. Sorry, I just don't. But I want things to be clean. So make sure everything is clean, but it can look messy. If I know I'm going to sit there, use it, whatever. So yeah, just thinking about life in a really random way. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. Ugh, again. But yeah, some thoughts there. I hope that any of this resonated with you. Tell me what you think. Sorry, it's not very eloquent. I've been writing and thinking about things, and really I can feel this coming into my own the older I get, coming into myself. Like I said, I am my best friend. And somehow, and I've realized somehow I've come to love myself, and I don't know how I did it. I wish I knew what the method or the process was or the journey, because I know my younger self would have wanted to know, and I wish I could tell her how I did it. And I'm even like I don't know. Just somehow, by wanting to all the time, I wanted to. I knew it was possible, and I actually got here. Somehow I got here. I love myself. I don't always like parts of myself, but I love myself. And I'm so glad I can say that at 45. Thank God. It didn't take me as long as I thought. I'll leave you with that thought. See you in the next one. Bye.